Hey, everybody. Welcome to First Look. I'm Rome Hartman. I don't know exactly what my job here is at the Evening News, but Katie's not here. I know that's who you tune in to see, but she's out doing an interview on a story, as she often is, working the hardest working person in television news. There are a couple of us in this room who are up there, but she definitely gets the prize. A lot of news today. An interesting collection of things. So we're going to have a really interesting and lively broadcast. Interesting economic news today. The retail sales figures, the most recent set of retail sales figures, which are not just a measure of the way the whole economy is going, but particularly important at this time of year for businesses and individuals who make their living or a big portion of their living off of holiday sales. Anthony Mason is out covering that story, our business correspondent, and we'll deliver that. And one group of people for whom we know the economy is strong is everyone who works for Goldman Sachs. As you probably see, every year around this time, the big Wall Street firms figure out the bonuses that their employees are going to get. And at Goldman, I think it's everybody from the person in the mailroom to the managing partner. And I'm pretty sure that the aggregate number of the amount of money that Goldman Sachs is going to hand out in bonuses this year is $16 billion.
Chump change.
That's how much their employees are going to be dividing, and not dividing evenly. I think some of the top people in that firm can expect to see an extra $50 million in their paycheck. I would think it'd be considerably less than that for others, but it is the beginning of Wall Street bonus time. And obviously most Americans, including the Americans in here, don't live in that world, but it is an interesting world to observe. So Byron Pitts is working on a story about that. Obviously, we continue to track developments in Iraq and President Bush's continuing deliberations over his policy. He's visiting the Pentagon today and hearing from his top generals at the Pentagon about what they think his policy shift ought to be. Also, some interesting health and medicine news today. We're continuing our series about Alzheimer's, and Sharon Alfonsi has a very touching and in some ways tragic story about early onset Alzheimer's, people that we think of it as a disease that just affects people in their 80s or 70s, but there are a significant number of folks for whom it comes on earlier, and that's the focus of Sharon's story. Also, you may have read or heard that the actor Peter Boyle died. Most recently, people would remember that he had a great recurring role on Everybody Loves Raymond, which was the favorite show of an awful lot of people. He also, a long time ago, played the monster in Young Frankenstein. And so he had a great career and sadly passed away today. But Jerry Bowen out on the West Coast is working on a story that will remember him. And lots of other interesting stuff. So I hope you'll tune in, 6:30 on the East Coast in most cities, and check your local listings. And Katie will be back soon enough. Thanks, everybody.